Hey, Cold Cast, it's Paul from the Magic Word.
Hi, everybody. I'm Rob.
And today we're talking about the legends from M21. So we're going to kick it off, get right into the white legend with Mangara. So Mangara the Diplomat, he costs 3 and a white for a 2/4 human cleric with lifelink. He also has, whenever an opponent attacks with a creature, if 2 or more of those creatures are attacking you and or planeswalkers you control, draw a card. And whenever an opponent casts their second spell each turn, draw a card. So this is white card draw.
Which is what white needs. It needs it so badly. I like him. I don't know how much you're going to draw from the first ability, because if people know they're going to give you a card by attacking them, they're just going to send, like, I don't know, like one creature at you. It's like if I'm not going to give you resources just by giving you like one little punch in the face. So right. I'm okay with that. Right. But the second ability, yes, you should be able to draw at least a couple cards off of him, because people are going to be doing like their small spell into their other small spell just to build their board presence, especially still at turn 4 and turn 5. People are still building their presence, getting their armies built. So you're going to be drawing cards to hopefully deal with those threats.
I feel like this card, you will know how well this card will do for you when you look at your play group and you look at things like Rhystic Study and Smothering Tithe. If those cards do good for you in your play group, this card will do good for you. If players ignore these optional effects, they're going to ignore this one too. So that you can kind of use that as a compass, you know.
Next up, we're going to blue, everybody. We have Barrin, the Talarian Archmage. He costs 1 blue, and you get a 2/2 human wizard for that. When Barrin, Talarian Archmage, enters the battlefield, return up to 1 other target creature or planeswalker to its owner's hand. So, whoop, there it goes. Disappeared. Second ability, at the beginning of your end step, if a permanent was put into your hand from the battlefield this turn, draw a card. Blue card draw.
Right.
It's always good.
Yeah.
I like it. It's a removal spell in case like you have to like get rid of something that's in the way. He's cheap, so if he dies, he'll still be affordable, casting again from the command zone. And he gets to draw you cards for like you bouncing things back to your own hand, which blue is okay with doing.
Right. Okay. So the next one we have, moving on to black, is Kaervek the Spiteful. So this guy costs 2 black for a human warlock. He's 3/2, and other creatures get -1/-1. Short and sweet ability. That's all he does. He got single track mind, just tearing down other creatures. So angsty.
So a party pooper. Like, right. Don't invite him over if you want to have a good time. All Sapperlings, dead. Kobold, gone. Poor Kaervek. I mean, you can make a very impressive deck with this and Knight of Souls Betrayal and Massacre Worm, where you just shrink the size of everything, and then maybe you throw a Pestilence in just to take off the big guys. If you're playing Black Control and you just want to like buy some time until you can assemble your combo pieces, so like, I don't know, Cabal Coffers and Exsanguinate, that's a classic. All right, well, if you don't want to play Kaervek, there is a second mono black legendary creature you could play, and his name is Vito, Thorn of the Dusk Rose. He costs 2 and a black for a vampire cleric. He's a 1/3. With these 2 abilities, whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. He also has the activated ability for 3 black. Creatures you control gain life link until end of turn. So you just drain all the life from the people, and you're happy about it. He's so tiny. Like, he himself is not going to be doing very much life linking. Like, if your board is just him and a whole bunch of black mana, lifelink 1.
Right.
And then you do another one because his first ability.
He's not a 3/3. He's a 1/3. He's not attacking.
Oh, but you could make a beautiful vampire deck with this. So just like make your vampire swarm and then just fly at people's faces, hitting them in the face, and then they're going to have lifelink because they're going to use the activated ability, and it's just like that's just double smacks, like smack, smack.
Mm-hmm.
So would you consider this as giving your black creatures double strike? And the double strike damage, you can pick where it goes. So if I attack you with 5/5, my 5/5 is going to hit you, but then Vito's ability lets me do another 5 damage because I gained 5 life, and so now I can hit the other player over there. So is it better than double strike?
It is better than double strike because every time you have a card that says double strike, giving it double strike again won't do anything. But every time you have something that adds potential double strike, you can add those. So if you have this guy plus gratuitous violence, which is just an enchantment that doubles all the damage your permanents do.
Oh gosh.
And then you give someone on your team double strike. That's much better than just giving him 3 different equipments that give double strike, because then you're doing double for like 6 times strike, something like that.
Sextuple strike?
Right. They haven't printed the card that can do that on one card yet, so you got to do this instead.
They're getting there.
They're getting there.
Triple damage, right?
Well, yeah.
All right. So our next card is for you mono red players. Who doesn't like a beautiful dragon? Who doesn't like 5/4 flyers? Who doesn't like 5/4 flyers that cost 3 mana? So we have Gadrak, the Crown Scourge. And I wasn't lying. He only costs 3 for a 5/4 flying dragon. That's so cool. Just early beats. But you have to kind of jump through some hoops, though. Gadrak, the Crown Scourge, cannot attack unless you control 4 or more artifacts. And he has the other ability, at the beginning of your end step, create a treasure token for each non-token creature that died this turn. So he has a built-in way of making those artifacts so he can, he's just amassing his treasure trove. And then when he sees all these people and, he has a nice down payment on the cave, boom, he's smacking people in the air for 5. I like him.
He's cool.
I like these goofy red cards that you can just, play around.
Right. It's not just a goofy random red card. It's a goofy random red card that only costs 3. So you can still make it work. It's not going to be the strongest, but it's not going to be the weakest, because you can actually get Gadrak out and start swinging at people quickly.
Exactly. If you're playing all of the standard early mana artifact acceleration, so your soul rings and your, power rings,
Arcane Signet.
Rings. There you go, arcane signets. Your Worn Power Stones, Felwar Stones, just in the natural building of the deck, it already has a lot of artifacts. You're in mono red, so you need the help just to keep up with those green decks that are ramping like crazy. So, even just slowly accumulating artifacts that are equipment, because, just get enough equipment out, and then, you just see him, he's, going through his equipment, he's all right, I got these 4 swords. It's time to start beating face.
Right.
It's going to happen. So what I don't like is that it has the non-token clause in his ability to make treasure, because it'd be so easy just to kill some goblin tokens, or sacrifice your own goblin tokens to make some mana with Ashnod's Altar,
right? Or
to play a Flame Rifter of, what's the sweeper? Pyroclasm. Yeah, go ahead and just play Pyroclasm, kill everyone's Saproling tokens, or plants tokens, Griswold. I'm thinking about you. To make them treasures, but it doesn't. So you it makes it, I guess, a little more balanced, that you have to kill real creature cards.
So next we have Subira Tulzidi Caravaner. So she costs 2 and a red for a 2/3 human shaman. She has haste. You can pay 1 to give another creature with power 2 or less. They can't be blocked this turn. You can also pay 1 and a red and tap her and discard your hand until end of turn. Whenever a creature you control with power 2 or less deals combat damage to a player, you can draw a card. So I think she is leading not your typical commander deck. She's leading decks that work on different kind of access. So either of the Grenzo decks, maybe an Alesha deck, those kind of cards that want to just swing in and they don't really care exactly how strong they are. Doing a little bit of like recursion or taking stuff from the graveyard, that kind of stuff. So I think she's pretty good. I think she's decent in one of those other decks in the 99.
I think she can lead to some very fun and like memorable experiences. Like, all right, I'm going all in. I'm gonna like discard my hand of like 2 cards and attack with these 10 creatures, and hopefully, hopefully I can draw like a full grip back. It can also lead to some very sad
Blowout
play moments, but that can also play in your favor because if everyone sees just how badly set back you are, maybe you'll be like a charity case and people will ignore you while you slowly just, get your cards back. I don't know.
Take a couple turns to rebuild, but then on that final turn where you kind of rebuilt, and then you can use her ultimate again and get a whole new hand, and then that might be the turn that you pop off. Do a Final Fortune or something like that and go again and just win.
Just draw all those burn spells that you just need for like the last 2 or 3 damage. All right, in mono green, we have but one little card for you, and it is Jolrael, the Wanvuli Recluse. It's good that you're cheap, so that's good. For 1 in the green, you get a 1/2 Human Druid. Whenever you draw a card, your second card, each turn, create a 2/2 green cat creature token. She also has the activate ability for 4 green. Until end of turn, creatures you control have base power and toughness XX, where X is the number of cards in your hand. It's a green card that likes card draw. Interesting. I don't know. I'm not impressed.
No?
She's so tiny. So I guess like you play her turn 2 and then like you're cycling? Is this meant to be a cycling deck? Because she'll trigger for a cat token whenever you draw your second card each turn. So if you can cycle twice on someone else's turn, that could be good.
So now we have Niambi, Esteemed Speaker. She costs 1 white, 1 blue for a 2/1 human cleric. She has flash. When Niambi enters the battlefield, you may return another target creature you control to its owner's hand. If you do, you gain life equal to that creature's converted mana cost. You can also pay 1, a white and a blue, and tap Niambi and discard a legendary card and draw 2 cards. So this card's pretty unassuming. The flash is kind of good. I think she would go great in / just be a good replacement leader for any Afara, God of the Polis deck, because they're kind of playing around in the same space. White, blue, enters the battlefield stuff.
Yeah. I mean, as the commander, she's a good rattlesnake card because she's sitting in the command zone. She has flash, and she can save any creature that your opponents are pointing removal at. If I'm sitting across from that, like I'm gonna think twice before I actually think like want to destroy any of your creatures, because I'm gonna waste a card, you're gonna cast your commander, bounce it, and you're gonna gain life. I'm just like, oh, I have to burn a card just to do that, just to get that done and over with, and then cast my other removal spell. Ugh. And she's cheap, so even with the commander tax, she's still going to be affordable to play again and again from the command zone. Oh, all right. Let's go on to Radha, Heart of Keld. She is 1 red and green. She's 3/3. As long as it is your turn, Radha, Heart of Keld, has first strike. You may look at the top card of your library at any time, and you may play lands from the top of your library. Smooth out those draws. And then she also has the activated ability for 4 red, green. Radha gets +X until end of turn, where X is the number of lands you control. I like her.
I like her too.
Oh, she's built in Voltron. I mean, you're in green, which loves to put extra lands onto the battlefield. She likes to put the lands from your library onto the battlefield. And she pumps herself up equal to your lands. Like, she's a built-in. Can you build just like Radha and then like 99 lands? Just like boop, boop, boop.
Right. That sounds tight.
Giving Ashling some competition.
Right. And then her final ability just makes her all that much stronger. Plus, she has first strike when she's attacking, so even better.
Give her some death touch. Give her some trample. So I guess you can play like 98 lands plus a trample spell.
Right.
She seems like a nice, fun, straightforward deck to play.
So now we're on the final card. This is actually the buy a box promotional card for M21. It's Rin and Sari, inseparable. They cost 1 red, green, white for a 4/4 dog and cat. Whenever you cast a dog spell, create a 1/1 green cat. Whenever you cast a cat spell, create a 1/1 white dog. And you can pay green, red, white, and tap Rin and Sari, inseparable. Deals damage to any target equal to the number of dogs you control. Then you gain life equal to the number of cats you control. So this is just, I think they made this to celebrate that they turned all the hounds into dogs. Plus they've been doing more cats recently. So this is just like, if you love animals, like, here's a card for you. It's kind of silly, so we're not going to put it in the main set. It's the buy a box promo, but here it is. And its abilities kind of feel a little funny. Like, yeah, there's just something kind of off for this card for me. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how many good dogs there are. Like, I did a quick search on Gather. I wasn't really impressed with anything that I saw. But like you said, cats have so much support, and you have so many cat lords that you can choose from. Why not just make this a cat deck, and you just get dog tokens for free?
Yeah, so it could be playing all the good cats in all these colors. And then if there's ever like something is in your way, you need to get rid of it, then you can just use the tap ability. And if you have enough dogs to have Rin and Sari take a bite out of that opposing creature or whatever. Or planeswalker or player. Okay, cool. Any target.
Any target? Oh, those dogs are angry. I mean, you can always cheat. You can always do like the changeling route.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Chameleon Colossus. Taurine Mauler.
What is it? Shields of Velisvel? Is that for all of your creatures or just 2 of your creatures?
I think that's
They're
all
shields
of
and they're blades. So you can turn all your cats into dogs and all your dogs into cats, and it doubles
that's
the
cool.
dog damage.
Right.
And it doubles the cat life.
And Shields of Velisvel is a dog spell and it is a cat spell, so you will get a cat creature token and a dog creature token when you cast it.
Oh, really? So it's like a Raise the Alarm just stapled on to all your changeling spells. Which is kind of cool. It's like, oh, 2 bodies, 2 bodies, 2 bodies.
Well, that's it for the list today. And I will see you in the future.
All right, bye.